Guts? No one used to watch Guts?
Isn't that an anime?
That was Leaderboard Mo. I always wanted a piece of the aggro crag.
Guts. Oh, this is the one with the aggro crag?
Yeah, and it's the only thing I've ever wanted in my life was a piece of that aggro crag.
Just a chunk of it?
Never get it.
What's the idea? Is that you climb up it and then, like, if you get a chunk of it, you're the winner?
Yeah, and you get a chunk. That's your
You could go on. I bet you can just fucking get this on Amazon. I mean, I bet you can get it primed to your house. You know they've parted that thing out. Gathered throng. Hello, it is I, your internet friend, Jerford K. Horcrims. And however it came to be, you have fallen ass backwards in Twitch's brewing program, Active Bedeb.
Active Bedeb?
Man, I started so strong.
I know, you were doing really good. I'm going to have to call Mike.
He had a stroke or something.
Mike couldn't do it.
No, he couldn't.
No, we tested him.
Yeah.
We tested him.
Yeah, but he got like 75% of the way there after like 2 years off.
Yeah, but last 25%, that's the key.
That's the icing?
Whatever part he didn't do is the part that I'm going to emphasize is obviously the apex.
Yeah, because you can't get the front of it.
Acquisitions Intoxicated. I am joined, as almost always, by Acquisitions Intoxicated Brewmaster Eric J. Benson, Edge Benson, Azerbaijan, the notorious EJB. And as you know, as longtime adherents of this bizarre internet faith, we do everything we can. What?
Crime Duck's been like, there's been like pre-gaming this one.
No, listen, there's we don't have to pre-funk. See, this is the thing. This is the thing, Creme Duck. We don't have to pre-funk because the funk occurs during the program.
Yeah.
We have it right over here. Nice to see a CG. Now, but anyway, like I was saying before, we do everything that we can to sort of, rest, to reside within the hero's journey. And so obviously there are certain rituals that we take advantage of throughout the process. The first, of course, is to take these ingredients, along with these mystic herbs, no doubt gathered by moonlight, by Silver Sickle. I'm sure you worked with Holly to get this sort of witchy shit.
No, I just went to Micro
popped off.
No,
actually, I went to our sponsor, Micro Home. Now, that being said, we're going to put those devices inside this device. Then I'm going to take this device and put it into a third device. That's the apex. It's once you hit the third one, that's how you know it's real. Then we're going to drink beer. And then, while drunk, we're going to craft, with your assistance, a second beer.
This sounds all of this sounds wonderful.
Even more beery than the first, no doubt. Can grain really strictly be considered a device? Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a device for your mouth.
It's a craw-oriented device, but certainly we must consider it is a sugar delivery vehicle.
Yeah.
It's a vector, if you will. Now, Scorpion Warlock. Is this a new handle? Have you been around? I feel like I would have recognized the Scorpion Warlock from before.
Fucking name ever.
Right? Yeah, see, Piril, this is exactly right. Now, Lag Demon Returns, there will absolutely be, in fact, I just put it out in my tweeter, but Keek and Eric are going to show us Warhammer Age of Sigmar. So get ready for Night Haunts versus Stormcast Eternals.
I fucking hate his Night Haunts, by the way.
Really?
Because they don't care about rend. Well, they're just like, oh, I can fly through anything. Your swords don't hurt us.
No, they're creatures.
It's fucking bullshit.
They feel like they're creatures, like models from another game that just didn't get the rules ported. It's like, it's like, so how about armor piercing? No, we don't care.
We don't
what about terrain? Nah, don't give a shit. We don't give a fuck at all. How about your boss? Big ghost. Ghosts on the shoulders.
Don't give a fuck.
Why not? 3 ghosts.
Yeah.
So it's going to happen for us. So get ready. We're going to take it to the hoop. Now.
Gang sign, Jerry.
What's that?
Your 3 ghosts.
3 ghosts? No, I have.
Can we still do blood? Like, remember that one?
Maybe. I have a bad habit of leverage. I have a bad habit of leveraging authentic. It's my fault. I try not to do it, but even when I'm at the grocery store, occasionally I represent the wrong block. Now,
I represent Finney Ridge instead of Greenwood.
P Ridge.
Yeah.
Now, St. Jude. I feel the same way. Fucking Whole Foods. No. I cannot bring myself to shop at Whole Paycheck Foods. I'm sorry. I can't do it. I just can't do it. I feel too weird in there. I feel like somebody's gonna make me do yoga.
It actually does happen because I have to go there for my heart stuff. I have to go for a specific kind of bread that has no sodium in it.
It's considered a specialist.
It's the only place I can find it. Right, is there?
Yeah.
But you walk in, you do get handed a yoga mat.
Yeah, exactly.
And then there is a section, and if you don't go to that section and at least do like downward facing dog, you kind of get shamed for like.
Yeah, they're like,
at
wow,
least
okay.
20 minutes before checkout.
We got a badass over here. Anyway, so what do we got in these grins?
So this is Flagon Lance.
Ooh.
So this is 4 pounds of Maris Otter. First of all,
smell
hold
that.
on. Wait a minute. We got to go back. Josh, I don't know if it's still up. It was up before, but our sponsor, we have a new sponsor.
Sponcito?
Voodoo Ranger.
Is that? Oh,
Look at that. Look at that sign.
well, that is. We must.
How cool is that?
This must be considered a delight.
Yeah.
I'm here to celebrate it.
Me too.
100%. Yeah, it only took 3 years for us to secure this apex, this world-beating level threat, but it has been done.
How cool is that?
It's very, very cool, and in fact, it's cooler than they know because this relationship has already borne unique fruits.
Yeah, they're gonna come and be in the studio with us on April 12th.
Now, do they have any interesting announcements when they come into the studio?
That we probably will be hungover from the drinking the night before.
Yeah.
And then the drinking the night of.
Yes, but we don't have to announce that. That everybody understands that. No, but I am saying that you may have interesting information to absorb at or around that time. Now.
Oh shit! Are we?
No.
Oh, okay.
Top secret. Now, so just put your face right in this sack. Right, typical Saturday. Right.
That's good.
Yeah, I know. So this is the Otter.
Maris Otter, pale, and a little bit of wheat. Now remember, this is where you want to get a little crazy and fucking dry. Put dry malt in secondary fermenter.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Ghost, you're gonna want to write that down. There is a little bag in the fridge of chocolate malt.
Bonus malt. Oh.
That has to go in the fermenter.
Oh.
Okay, but that's in secondary. Please let him know it's in secondary.
That's going to be really interesting.
Not tertiary.
Yeah, well, tertiary too,
But
but not primary, Josh. Not
Yeah,
primary.
exactly.
Oh.
Exactly. Now, Mystic screen installed. Now, let's take a look at this here. So we have the Apollo. Okay, this is the big boy here.
All right, now
From the, I always love to smell the sealed bag.
Yeah, smells
Very
like plastic.
Very fresh. All right. Oh, I think we may need Le Ciso for this, but you see this? They give us no help here on this bag. Rude. Yeah.
Jesus. Done.
2 seconds until the teeth came out. As Bronya says, or Brenna says that teeth are not tools, but that has not been my experience.
No, don't do that. Seriously. I chipped my tooth using my teeth to do
Oh no! I'm saying
something I shouldn't have.
here, give me that.
It was very dumb.
I'm
I barely
saying
did anything. My piece of my tooth just went flying off. I was turning a screw, which was not very good, but it's not the same as turning a bag.
It's in the middle. Jesus. Pull it back. There you go.
Is that your knife, Jerry?
No, it's my knife.
Then don't give him to him. He's gonna cut himself.
I got it.
Oh,
No, that's it.
shit. Okay, here.
We have scissors for a reason, with safety ends.
God, someone's gonna lose a fucking. There you go. Now you figured it out. Ah, look at that.
Except that he's closing.
Those
it
hops
towards
smell great.
himself.
All right. Yeah,
That's Apollo.
I was gonna say, yeah, you can tell that's
Oh, Jesus, you're even forgetting the scale this time. It's
that's a big gun. I just put it in here and I know how heavy it is. Watch this. See this one?
You need to press the on button first. But you know.
I think it's fucked up actually.
No, there's an on button. You know, on the other side it says we're above off. Yeah.
Now you just pour the stuff on top.
Just throwing it out there.
It's right there.
Just maybe the on button might work.
No, it doesn't work until you pour the hops right on top with the.
Or you
part.
just press the on button.
I think it needs batteries or something.
Oh, you know what? You have to put
Are
the
you
hops
seriously
in your
missing
mouth
the on
first.
button?
No, it has batteries.
Yeah.
You gotta warm up the hops in your mouth, and then they go.
I think I've done it. I mean, honestly, I think I got it. It's done. Put that in here. All right. Then I'll
You
just,
got to put the whole bag in, though.
yeah, well, hang on.
No, like the bag. Yeah, like that. There you go. You'll miss the extra flavor.
I'm glad you're making
smelled
mockery of this entire process that we've been doing for 4 years, an evolution of 2,000 years.
All right, here we go. Now, how many of these go in?
Actually, just a core, like
It has to be a tiny
check
bit,
out
right?
the
The alphas.
alphas on that,
Yeah.
right? It's really big. You're right.
17.6, yeah. Well, we knew, and it's like Apollo, like Magnum is one of those where you look at it on the taste profile and it's like, what hop? All hops.
Yeah, all the
Gary
hops.
Oldman
Right.
coming in.
Exactly. This is the Gary Oldman of hops. But what this is a British golden ale. Did you nail it?
Damn!
I can't see. No evidence.
Damn!
That deserves a golf clap. A varsity clap?
What? No, that's not.
Did you fuck it up already?
Oh, no, it was fine. It was it's just the extra weight of the bowl. I was like, what the fuck? No, it's
Man,
fine.
those hops smell great.
Yeah, I know. That's a fresh ass hop, though. So, and this is all it takes here.
Yeah, it's not a lot because this is going to be a pale ale, right?
Yeah.
It's a golden ale.
Exactly right. It's meant to be gentle.
Until we put those grains in there, and then it's going to fuck it all to hell.
But this is just the. It's basically going to be a dry edition of a chocolate malt. I don't listen. I'm telling
There's
you.
bacteria on malt.
Yeah. Exhibit malt.
You realize this is going to produce like the flavor you hate, right?
Off flavors.
Like sours.
Yeah.
Okay.
Listen, I'm down to clown. That's the takeaway. All right, now, so this instrument has been filled with our precious technologies. And now we're ready to go.
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah, we're ready to go whole hog.
I mean, do what you got to do.
Well, in another era,
Yeah.
when we don't discuss with any regularity, we went partial hog. I'm not gonna lie. We went partial hog.
What?
Yeah,
Since when?
I know. But I'm saying there was a period of time, and now we're trying to leverage. We have an entire hog policy essentially. You know what I'm talking about.
Full hog?
Yeah, exactly. BC, is PAX Oz in Melbourne or Sydney? It is in Melbourne when such a thing exists.
Well, they just announced yesterday that it was happening. Didn't they?
Oh yeah, no, I'm saying like in the last couple of years we haven't had a chance to do one, or there was a plan to do one and then it ended up being an online event.
Right.
So
and
if
something
you can
happened.
have one,
okay.
it is in Melbourne.
Yeah.
And you know, if you end up over there, BC, I can show you what it's like.
World? Oh. I was going Aladdin. You were going.
I'm going
Danzig.
Danzig.
Both great.
No, bleed down.
Whoa, that went in. Oh shit! I didn't put the coordinates in.
Not about
Just pick another ale. It doesn't matter.
But if you, I mean, I might as well listen. I might as well just do it now that I'm down here.
Just pick warp. Is warp barrel in there?
Oh, similar.
Or love Sarl actually.
I do not have that one.
Okay.
Anyway, here we can do it.
What's on there?
We got behind E lines,
Okay.
number of the yeast,
Okay.
sins of the Horcrims, still waters run deep, 1,000 suds, untapped.
2,000 suds.
Yeah, it's pretty close. I mean, the truth is it's mostly similar, right?
No, it's the same thing.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, the same stuff.
same program. But anyway, thank you, Times. This is what I was waiting for. Not about to see your life, but if you wanna find hell with me, I can show you what it like. Do you know?
I'm still on Aladdin. Yeah, I could do Danzig all day, but
It's just so funny. Like, I remember listening to that shit, and I was like, "Oh man, so fucking hardcore."
Yeah,
and he's like, "Oh yeah, I want your skull."
Yeah, and then you like meet Danzig, and he's like my height and now fat, and I'm like,
Just
okay,
like a square.
yeah,
Just like a square shape.
yeah. He's just, I'm just like, wow, you're shorter than I thought you were gonna.
I've never seen him like with a quarter or something like to compare the size. In my mind, he's just like a tree.
No. He's like this big. Like, yeah. He's our height.
He can show you what it's like
Yeah,
from
at
a
your
certain
own height. Yeah.
from a certain level.
Yeah.
Ritz Bits. Oh, there's a bunch of Danzig songs.
Oh, yeah.
There's Danzig songs, but there's also Misfit songs. You know how it is.
Yeah, you got it. I
All right.
want your bone.
I want your boo. I need your boo. No, the better part would be like if there was a bunch of Misfits and Danzig songs, but it's just like different things that he wants.
Yeah, it's just like
it's
I want chocolate soup.
Yeah,
like,
it's
5-3.
yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's hilarious.
really.
Yeah, when you get to meet him, it's great. It just makes you feel a lot better about yourself.
You just put him right in your pocket, I guess.
Yeah.
Just tuck him in there. Well, there you go. All right, now. So the instrument. Oh, I think that I did not push the button enough times. 1 second. Here. Shh. Don't show this part.
I met Danzig a long time ago in a
Don't show this.
different time in my life. God wouldn't know.
Shh. All right, now. Apparently, you have to push the button a bunch of times in order to turn on the device. You know what I mean?
Listen, I'm not telling you how to do your job,
I
but
wish that you would. I clearly need help. All right, now, incredible garments,
love it.
incredible glassware.
Great. Yeah, they almost like they match.
I know, right? Is it time to tap into Holly's Hatch
I would
wine?
love to. So
let's pull that son of a bitch up and discuss it at length.
all right, so it's pale malt, special roast, and carafa. This is a stout. We did a stout, right? So the carafa is giving us the color.
Yeah.
But this was these had those funky ass mushrooms in it. That,
those fucking maple syrup, smelling mushrooms. How many ended up in there?
a lot.
I think a jar.
We just chucked them in. It's more of an art than a science.
Yeah, I guess that's true. We found a hole
Yeah.
and we just put stuffed a bunch of
with
shit in there.
mushrooms.
Now, little oddity games. What machine are you using to brew now? Is it still a Pico brew? Haven't been for a while. It is absolutely. It is absolutely the Pico brew. Indeed, this is the Pico Brew Z. And even though the company went out of business, the back end still exists for the foreseeable future, whatever that means. I mean, they're just. The back end on this cannot be expensive to operate. It's purely just a matter of like, what the new purchasers have done with it, right?
Right. So you want to?
Till y'all bleed down. Not about to see your life. But if you want to find help. I mean, like, I haven't even had anything to drink yet, and I'm already fucking cranked.
It's gonna get fucking great.
Till y'all bleed down. Not about. God, man, this is looking all right. This is looking all right. Oh. God, look at this. Look at this wicked elixir.
Yeah, I'm digging it. Look at that.
Hell
And that's a fucking.
That is the fucking
on there?
shit, dude. This is
We're gonna get fucked.
this is a wicked flow here. This is coming out.
Syrup.
Yeah, dude, this is like that grade, the AAA grade. Here you go. AAA grade syrup. This is like in the Canadian maple syrup strategic reserve.
Ooh.
Is this
Getting
bad?
fucked up on
Is
the
this
show,
bad? How
yeah.
bad is it?
It's only 5%.
No, it's not.
Only 5%.
I can see.
Supposed to be 5%.
It's only 5%.
I can see an 8.
Not that you can pull it up, but it's only 5%.
Blind Cleric, it is definitely poisonous. That's the one thing we do know about the alcohol. But, it's mild. All right, are we ready? Oh, dude, Okay, first of all, we hit the aroma.
Oh yeah.
This is where it's at.
Blind Cleric, this actually reminds me of old engine oil.
Oh, yeah.
That's one of my
the
favorite-
richness.
that's one of my
I know,
favorite
I know.
beers.
Special roast has to figure prominently in that.
Thank you, Agavese. This is some phenomenal. Oh, it's great. This is phenomenal glassware that our design team put together and Lydia executed on.
It's fucking in there.
Yeah, the maple's in there.
Because, I mean, people have wanted us to do mushrooms for a while. And most mushrooms, like, especially if you start heading out to forums where brewers dwell, they'll tell you not to do it, that it is a bad idea.
That's great.
But Holly found the right mushroom.
Yeah.
This is fucking crazy. Dude,
Yeah.
it has that witchy vibe because there's that mushroom like richness to the brew.
Oh,
Holy shit.
amazing. Ghostly, can you get a growler of this to go so we can give it to Holly?
Yeah.
This is out of control. This is exactly what I hoped it would do. We are a blessed people that this fucking worked. It fills out. So, you know, a lot of times, obviously this has big ABV and big malt body, but stouts and porters can be a little bit tinny when the roast quality is too high.
Totally.
The mushroom, like, umami, like that fifth taste, like richness fills up the entire middle part of the drink. Mm-hmm. This is fucking crazy. It's fucking crazy. Holy shit.
Oh.
This is hatch wine, Fade to Black. We made this with our friend Holly Conrad.
Man, we need I want like a burger with this.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I've been incredibly hungry for the past 2 hours, so that may be.
What I want to do is eat food.
I just want to eat food, but like this, like begs to be with something hearty,
Exactly right. Because
Like a
it
steak,
is. It needs
like a steak or a
exactly.
burger
It
or
needs
something
something that's going to stand against this. Like it has to be something substantial.
Yeah.
I'm fucking stunned. I'm just blown away. How? How could it have worked so well?
I don't know. I'm gonna keep trying.
Yeah,
Figure it
well,
out.
Yeah, maybe it's gonna get fucked up. Maybe it's only good the first 5 drinks.
What is it? Oh, Jesus! Apparently the beer's already working because I read what Agavese said was maybe it'll pair well with a devil sandwich, and I'm like, what the fuck is a devil sandwich?
Well, yeah, we're moving in that Holly direction.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, imagine take this. You know what would be great though, sandwich-wise with this, like
a Reuben.
Yes, that is exactly it. Because with the sharp, like with the fucking sauerkraut over the top, it's thick cut.
There's something about a
That
well-made
stone
Reuben.
ground mustard.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Pancakes. Just any food, Railcrest.
Yeah.
It doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
Well, Blind Cleric, you know, we're willing to sacrifice ourselves for this.
Actually, God, St. Patty's Day is around the corner.
You have a good spot?
No,
I bet they do I bet they do a good Reuben at Other Coast Cafe.
Well, Photos used to be Photo used to be a place. Murphy's.
Oh, Fido. I mean,
Fido,
yeah,
Fido,
downtown.
They're closed. They're closed
Oh
down.
man,
Pandemic killed it.
I used to go. I used to go there for their like trivia night.
Yeah.
It was good times.
Yeah. But I'm thinking like we should bring in like and make a Reuben, like our version or our corned beef,
food.
our corned beef and cabbage, our version of that. With a beer.
If what you're telling me is that you want to just turn the afternoon into a meal,
Yeah.
that's fine too.
Well, you have that. You have the Instapot, and you do the corned beef. You said that was out of this world.
Oh,
right?
I can hook up a fucking if we want to do it like for riggedy real. Yeah, I can hook that up.
This would be great to cook corned beef in. Any kind of like stout. Like Guinness is phenomenal.
Yeah, Guinness is sort of the go-to, especially like even for something simple like a bratwurst. That was
Yeah.
always Jeff's thing.
Yeah.
The dark malts, they play real nice as a because they have a little bit more identity, right? A question, how long do the brews take and how long do they stay fresh? Future me, listen, let me address this directly to Acquisitions Intoxicated Brewmaster Eric J. Benson.
Answer.
Well, I could try, but I think that you would murder it much better.
So, when a typical ale, the primary fermentation is 7 days. Now, if you can get very granular with that and start measuring it out, to figure out when your primary fermentation is done. But that's typically 7 days. Once that happens, you take it off the trub, however you want to pronounce it. It's the waste, the leftover crap from the yeast. Yeast shit, essentially.
Yeah.
You take it off that and put it into a secondary fermenter, which I've learned we haven't been doing. And we are changing that process. So after the 7 days, it goes into a secondary fermenter to get it off that yeast shit.
And is there like a final finishing process? I mean,
You can do a tertiary if you really want to, or it's called brightening.
So would you add, in that case, would you be adding extra sugars for fermentation?
No. Brightening is where you carbonate it in a third vessel.
Oh, okay. It's just
There is a big debate in the brewing world whether you even need it with an ale, whether or not you even need to do a secondary fermentation.
And this is the funny thing.
Because it's such a short period.
But I suggest that this
we're busting Jack's balls a little bit too much for what he hasn't been doing.
Yeah, but
so
yeah.
But so to answer your question, 1 week typically for primary. Secondary is 2 to 3 weeks typically. There's ways to measure it and tell when your terminal gravity has been hit. That tells you when secondary is done. Then you carbonate it, either by carbonating in bottles, or you can carbonate in a keg.
Right.
Or you can,
or with sugar.
Right. That's carbonating in the bottles.
Oh, okay.
Or you can sugar a keg if you want to.
I see. Yeah.
Or you can cask age it and then get a beer engine and carbonate that way.
Which is more of a manual pressure type thing. Tends to be, it's sort of like cellar temperature, much milder carbonation, like almost like a lacy mouthfeel. It's really, really nice.
I love.
Oh, hi, Mom. How are you?
Hi, Mom.
Are you doing well?
Aww.
I hope so. Do you miss your boy? Look at what your boy has turned into.
My mom comes and visits me in my show too, Jerry.
Does she really?
Yeah.
Dude, that's awesome.
That's great.
But I mean, Mom, you have to understand. Look at the demon you have constructed, drinking in the middle of the day. I was literally singing "Mother" by Danzig, and lo, did she appear. Are you watching me on your phone, Mom, or do you have it up on the TV? Well,
wow.
You know. This is fucked, dude. I want to get a second opinion. Who's gonna give me third opinion, I guess. Is it glasses. Ghost or Josh?
Or both.
Or both. You know what?
Glasses.
Here we have 2 more glasses. Let's just get it done.
I think you might be playing Age of Sigmar today, and I'm just gonna be telling you what to
Dude,
do.
you don't want me to do it? I was really impressed. Those Stormcast are fucked. They have so many things. Each one of those groups has some weird ass fucking shit.
Yeah. Well, look. To be honest, those Night Haunts are their ghost mother is brutal. Everything about them is just wrong.
Here you go. There is something really neat in there. And that's high ABV too.
Oh, I can tell.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
I think that it may be pretty good, actually. I think that we might be onto something here.
Yeah, it has a sweet
Yes.
thing.
Right in the middle of it, right? It doesn't have that roast character. Like I say, it's not getting sort of tinny or trebly. Sometimes that little bite can come in and you lose body. This has body, but it has real stout character. And then it has some fucking maple shit.
Nickman, I've been waiting. Patrick from Voodoo Ranger is sending us up Agent 77 because I saw it in the store.
Me too.
Well, I was with you
At the
when
corner,
we saw it,
right?
yeah.
Over at Tullis.
Yeah, and I'm a huge James Bond fanatic, so I immediately sent him a picture and was like, "Why did you not tell me about this?" He's like, "I'll send you a case up soon."
So what do you think, Josh? Oh, Josh, he's just now jumping in.
Oh, I've been tasting it. It's very good. It's
kind of neat, right?
It's Josh lying into
it's
the
not
microphone.
your standard, like what I think of as a stout.
Absolutely.
It's the stouts that I like, where it's very thick.
Yeah. It's rich.
Especially
It's
in
body.
pancakes. This would go great with pancakes or waffles.
Oh, that's a great idea, Josh.
Honestly, you could take this, you could boil this down
Into a syrup?
into a syrup, and it would be legit.
Josh, that's a fucking pancakes, waffles.
Like this is like, for me, this is equivalent to a Merlot and wine.
Yeah.
That's an interesting
It's
way to
big
look
body, right?
at it. Yeah.
And that's why I like Merlot also.
Thick.
Yeah, well, it has to be present, right? Oh, well, I'm glad you think so, Mom. Certainly I have.
To Erica.
I was just going to say, bring some of this home to the partner. I think that's another one. Like, this is another, I know, this is another festival. This is another festival winner.
I was so happy. I think I messaged you, and you never watched Beer Fest,
No,
but Josh?
I have been to
nobody's
Beer
watched-
Fest.
Has it not? Did it never come out on the West fucking coast?
No, I guess not. What channel was it on?
No, it was a movie by the guys that made Super Troopers.
Which is killer.
Oh, I never saw Super Troopers either, so
See if
I've heard it's good.
Hey
but I haven't
George,
seen it.
see if Super Troopers is on that Amazon Prime Ding Dong.
Yeah, because we're
for
gonna
your
watch
show.
it. Yeah.
About it.
Because it might be moi.
What the fuck?
It could be
They're
moi.
from the West Coast. Yeah. How? What is Super Troopers?
CG.
Never seen it.
Listen, Super Troopers sounded dumb, and the box looked dumb when I looked at it in the video store.
Gosh,
so I
I'm
was
gonna
like,
come through that fucking.
I'm sure I've heard it's
monitor
great.
right
I'm just
now.
saying it looked too stupid.
Well, no. See, this is the
It's
thing.
free with ads.
And I get that.
Oh no, it doesn't work for the show.
What was I just gonna say? I get that it seems stupid. I understand that it seems stupid,
But it was amazing.
but it's actually,
utterly brilliant comedy.
yeah. They have charted, like Mike and I go for this sometimes too. It's quite a difficult thing to hit stupid in a smart way.
In a smart way, yeah.
It's kind of tough to
Yeah.
do, but it is not impossible.
Yeah, it's dumb but incredibly funny. Yeah.
Treat yourself.
Yeah.
You will actually
But
enjoy it.
anyways, they did Beer
I've been meaning
Fest.
to watch it.
And so where I was going with this, Gunter, I'm going to pronounce his name wrong. Schleiderkampf. He was one of the giant big German guys in Beer Fest, was at my cigar club the other night.
For real?
Yeah, and we were talking about all the beers we could have in Germany and all that stuff.
Dude, this is a constant fantasy. I mean, this was going to be the reality before the world burned
Well,
down.
I told him about Christian's Hotel, and he's like, "Oh, dude, you've got to go. If it's in the Black Forest, you're gonna have a blast."
Yeah. Well, it's going to happen. The only question, right, is, do we set it up so that we go to Essen and we go to the Black Forest,
Yeah.
and we do the wargaming thing at Christian's, hotel, like.
Yes.
We do it all in one trip.
Yeah, but we got to take like 15 days to do it.
Yeah. I
Because you
mean,
need like one day to get over there and acclimate.
no. It's going to be a couple. Like this trip is going to be a couple of weeks. This is like my skills, like selling this domestically. It's going to be the apex of my abilities.
Yeah, you'd have to like
It would be the apex of my abilities.
but the problem is all your capital would vanquish, right? Like it would just dissipate.
Yeah.
And you'd have to build
Husband
it up.
status would be annihilated.
Yeah, you'd have
I
to,
would
like-
I would be a stranger.
Yeah.
I would be a male stranger that lived in my house.
Yeah.
It would obliterate our relationship for
Right.
me to get 2 weeks. Is it worth it? I mean, it depends on who's listening.
Yeah, we would have to go to Warhammer World too while we're over there. Fuck.
Yeah, Spidey.
Actually-
Spidey sent me some info about their trip to Warhammer World. I mean, who?
Oh, really? God, I want to go there so bad.
Well, yeah, Crimson Kernite. This is what I mean when I say Essen. I mean Essen Spiel.
Yeah.
I don't mean the town. You know what I'm saying? Pax Munich. Don't even fucking tease me, bro. All right, now I'm down to come. Let's see. We have the poll.ma.pe. We do have it. All right, man. I think this is the last time I'm going to say it, except for the next time that I say it, which will be the actual last time. This is out of this fucking world.
Yeah.
Hatchwine is among the
one of
best.
the best stouts we've done.
It's among one of the best stouts. We drink a lot of beer. Like, we are drunkards.
I like
Right?
to use the term connoisseur, but do whatever the fuck
it's
you want.
wrong. You know that we are alley-bound drunkards. Now, what I'm saying is that this compares favorably with any stout I have ever had. Like at the Apex.
Totally, 100%.
It's really, really good.
Yeah,
and it has a novel ingredient.
But that goes to a lot of. So there are a lot of things had to happen, right?
Yeah. Holly.
Holly got the mushrooms. Chat came up with some great idea or picks.
Yeah.
Ghostly and Jack did the whole back end,
Which we
of the
appreciate.
brewing. That's 50% of the battle.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
well, yeah,
cheers
and
to everyone on this one.
But it's also a real test. It's a test of our system end to end, because it means that the environment that we have for making these is ready to go.
Yeah. No, Mike would not like this beer.
Oh,
Mike would love this beer.
No fucking way.
I wonder.
Which is weird.
It doesn't have any
wonder.
of that bitterness of the normal stouts. It's
No,
so
no,
sweet.
no. The issue with Mike, honestly, he's been drinking way more coffee lately.
Really?
Yeah, but on the sweeter side, this might actually sell. It might actually
This is
sell.
on. If it is, it's on the fucking border because there is some grainy.
Listen, it's worth considering that there may be some challenges for sure. Now, that being said, can we bring Mike and Holly on the stream to try this beer? I mean, my fantasy.
I mean, technically,
I would love to have Holly back
You
in.
can just keep if we took this off and put it back in the fucking
In our fridge.
fridge, we could try again next week.
Yeah, yeah. We
Make
could
another batch.
just pull her in. Yeah, I mean, the truth is,
No,
we
because
know.
we don't got the mushrooms.
Yeah, but I bet that she's got.
We
the
can
mushrooms.
get them.
I bet that she is. I bet that she is.
No,
got the mushrooms.
no. There's like
It's
a weird.
kinky, right?
It's a weird growing period. Like
Yeah.
That's where I found out all these fucking mushrooms. There's like,
Yeah, but they're dried, so they last forever.
Oh yeah, but
but we used them all.
But even then, but when
No,
you,
but I can order them on
But when she potentially, I mean, but when she picked them until they were dried, she didn't even know that this was the type of mushroom that she had gotten. Like, to me, that's a pretty interesting part of the story. Now, that being said, was there an ad break? Oh yeah, I mean that's not something we're doing. But if everyone is back, then we can progress. Oh, we swore too much about cram duck. I mean, that sounds like us, honestly.
yeah, fucking.
But listen, we have to take this to the hoop. Oh, Rex Verdi.
Take it to the limit. Whoa, Rex.
Come now, sir. Well, and look at these professionals that you have dished up to. Praise Spinach, Voodoo Ranger,
Oh, Voodoo's in the channel.
Drawing Board. I know,
Oh, okay.
but no, I don't think they're in the channel. I am saying that Rex
They were
Verdi's.
commenting before.
Oh, perfect.
I didn't see him.
But Rex Verdi's gifted subs went like to longtime allies of the channel. Exquisite. All right, now that we're back, we do need a new theme, right?
Shit. Well, we were doing wizards before, but
Listen, we had kick-ass wizards, and I'm down.
whoa, praise spinach.
What the?
I agree,
What
praise
is
spinach.
Praise. Okay, so Rex Verdi rewarded Praise Spinach, and now Praise Spinach is rewarding others.
That's awesome.
Atria Ventrica. Now we're talking about some ancient magic.
Yeah, that's a
here.
classic.
Wow. Also, this malt bill.
Is that person's name Thunderball? Because that's great.
It's
I
great,
love
right?
that.
I'm saying this malt bill is smelling like $1 million.
Oh, I love it. Yeah.
This is perfect. As soon as that water hit it, it's amazing. Tensor. Oh, like Tensor's flying disc? I do not know about Tensor. Should we research
Something
Tensor?
for St. Patrick's Day. Is there a St. Patrick's wizard of some sort?
Yeah, St. Patrick. There's a fucking
Saint
wizard.
Patrick.
Not a wizard. That's
What
a
do you
leprechaun.
call a guy that's like?
Well, no, listen.
I think saints are technically wizards at some point.
What I would say here,
They have to perform a fucking
devout.
miracle to become a saint.
boys,
Wizard.
boys.
Wizard.
Wizards are a class, as are priests.
Yeah.
I'm
No, but what I'm saying is to become beatified, you have to perform a miracle.
This sounds like
Wizard.
some Catholic stuff.
Fucking wizard. Yeah, that's where you get saint.
Like D&D priest, separate class.
They're not performing. They're
Didn't
not
he yeet
performing miracles.
Didn't he yeet all the snakes into the ocean? Yeah, I mean, he did drive out the snakes.
Yeah.
This is what I've heard. That's got some.
They'd be clerics.
I mean, and that's got some old school, like Old Testament shit, right? Like mastering serpents with your magic rod. Indeed.
just do one for the leprechaun,
Yeah.
the movie.
Now, so we have 10. We have 10.
Davis, who is a wizard?
The snakes are a metaphor. I mean, yes. I mean, that's also.
Yeah.
Now, Moses did a lot of cool shit, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, fucking killed the firstborn. I mean, you got to think about that.
Well,
Flies a locust.
Moses went hard.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't fuck around.
Moses went hard.
That's a wizard.
That's wizard tier. Now,
Didn't do that.
so
He
Tensor.
called upon his God. Okay, fuck, he's a cleric.
Okay, I guess.
I'll admit that.
I guess if there was a God thing, then
It's all done through their god, so they're clerics. Or paladins.
Moses equals necromancer.
That's Jesus.
Could be a druid. Yeah. The Chainsaw Gothic. The Mandalorian was not a wizard.
What about Willow, though?
Willow.
He was a wizard.
That's cool.
Yeah. Honestly, Willow is pretty banging.
I know, that's why I said it.
If we're doing
I'm
Willow,
so
we're putting
cranked.
Madmaltigan in there.
Yes.
He's not a
Motherfuckers.
wizard.
I don't give a shit, but why don't we do a Willow themed beer? Madmaltigan,
okay.
Sorsha,
Indian wizards.
Willow,
Oh, now you're talking.
Avmorda, was that her name?
Bad Morta,
Morta.
Kale. He was my favorite
It's-
because of
What
that
were
fucking
those
mask.
troll things. You gotta-
General Kale.
Brownies?
It was K-A-L-E. I
No,
looked it up.
not brownies. The gross ass trolls.
No.
Is it not? Oh,
were just
Kale. K-E-A-E-L. Cool. Even better.
Good, dude. It's good. No, I never read any of the books.
There was books.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they just made it up.
No, they continue. No. The books came out after. They continue the story, like of like what Elora Danan is destined to do. Man, I could not be more pleased. This is it. You have to understand, like this movie.
This is
Like-
formative for me.
I'm saying in my clan,
Great movie.
like the Holkins clan, which arguably we invented from whole cloth. That's the fun part about making up your own last name, is that when your children are growing up, you can just tell them that this is something that Holkins do, and it's all made up. I mean, it's just something that you like to do on weekends, and you can make them think it's some kind of a tradition. But no, Willow is banging, and I think that Disney Plus picking it up and saying, "Hey, let's do a series about where it goes from there." Fuck yes! Like I am way into it. I am way into it.
I did not know that.
Oh yeah, no, I am super fucking cranked up.
She is allowed. She is destined to sell cookies.
So I had a. Gosh, this is one of the cutest babies of all time. So I have a.
Are you talking about Laura Dannon or one of your kids?
I'm talking about. Well, it's all the
Laura
same.
Dannon, definitely.
It's all curly red locks
Yeah.
from hell to breakfast, whether it's in my house or in this fucking movie. Yeah. Oh yeah, Goblin Gnome Holkins is absolutely an original IP. So my maiden name, as they say, is Parkinson.
It's not your maiden name. But okay.
It is though. My maiden name was Parkinson, and Brenna's maiden name was Holcomb. And so instead of becoming Park and Come, we decided to go. That's not me doing. I'm saying that's not a good idea as the last name.
I
Instead
don't
of
know. I mean, it'd be.
Sounds like
you could make a lot of money.
Brazers is going to hire you for something.
instead of Park and Come, we decided to go with Holkins. Jack Lemmon, I'm trying to help you out, bruh. You know what I mean? That's what's up. Anyway, that felt like the right call for us at that time. Now, obviously, as an old bastard, certainly I would flip the script. I would send kids to school with the last name Park and Come. Why not?
I got hit with the old bastard like stick this week. Lane our buddy Lane messaged me. He's like, "Hey, we got to figure out what you want to do for your birthday this year." I'm like, "Why?" He's like, "You're turning 40, dickhead." I'm like, "Oh, fuck you." And I'm like, "Well,
I thought you were older than me.
no. I thought you were older than me." Oh, I was right.
I am.
Yeah.
You were correct.
Yeah.
But I've always looked like this.
Yeah.
I looked like this when I was 12. Now, Asmussen. Asmussen is not so good, I would say. Now, they want Madmaltigan. What a delight. So let's look it up. We'll see what extra information is in there. But Willow, like as a movie, interesting, cool magic type system, legitimately scary rat dogs, right? We do not like it. Madmaltigan as like a...
Were the rat dog? Are you talking about the fire swamp from the Princess Bride?
No.
The,
I'm talking about
dog
these fucking
things were
wargs.
like,
Oh yeah, okay.
They are so gross.
Dogs in costume.
yeah.
A giant
Those were
rat-shaped
gross as hell.
dog
Yeah,
is
yeah.
disgusting, right? We do not like it. We do not stand these rat dogs. And, but just the entire hook, but also Madmaltigan is a better Han Solo than Han Solo.
Right, because you know he plays the badass, but he's got a heart of gold. Like he will always go
Absolutely
and
does.
do the right thing.
Also, but like the Sorsha Madmaltigan stuff,
Oh,
where she,
absolutely.
like how fucking mad she is. Ugh. It's too good. Anyway, I need it. I need them to make this show right away.
So, I guess what the fuck kind of beer would you?
Well,
do for
Flotster, in any case, that's what he says. But listen, this is the main thing. We know this motherfucker stays drinking. We know it.
Oh yeah, well that's.
We
I mean,
know
he's
it.
drinking in the movie.
We know it.
But the question is, what does this mean for a profile? What kind of
Yeah.
beer?
Well, see, and I think there's different ways, but I think that like obviously you can make a beer that sort of matches him. I mean, he himself, even as a sort of brigand ruffian, definitely has the heart of gold, and his palate is also in that vein
right,
as well.
But like I don't see like I see him as like we've only seen clips of his personality, right? Like we've seen the movie, right? But what happens in between, like when he was at war with Eric, when he was fighting besides Eric in the war, and
Win this war for me.
right, like. But
What a line.
like were they like an ale? Like what ale was he pounding back
See, this
at the
is
tavern?
what I think.
Right?
I think this has got to be something that he likes, which is to say that it is an artifact of this world, right? So, I mean, obviously, given simplicity is going to be a feature, at least to me, for that era, what's possible. We want to have the thing that he has got in that mug, right? So there's a couple good choices, I think. Yeah, Blank Clerk, exactly right, dude. You'd never feed a baby
Licorice.
black root.
It's essentially licorice. That would be good. Licorice beer.
That aniseed flavor.
Because he loves it. The truth is, honestly, it's not terrible. I mean, it may not be
Hair on your
licorice.
chest.
Whorehound, also another dark sweet, right? It's hard to know exactly what it is. I just love that he just fucking stays chewing on it.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, man, they gave
Black
me
root.
black root all the time. And it's like, well, yeah, but you're a motherfucker. Like, you gotta fucking dial this in.
Okay, so then I would say a Czech dark lager for that.
Oh!
Wait, what?
The fuck just happened?
It's just a very good idea.
Oh, I thought you were crying. Like I'm like, I thought someone kicked you in the nuts. I'm like, damn, I didn't think it was that bad of an
no,
idea.
because the whole time I've been thinking, okay,
I'm like-
something dark. It's like, okay, I'm like, yeah, I get it. And I'm like, but then it's going to be this way, and it's not going to have the, like, it isn't going to be that, like, potability, like, just throw it back, and then Czech dark lager. Now we're talking, right? Because it's weirdly drinkable,
Yeah.
right?
Weirdly, it's beautifully drinkable.
We have to fight through these throngs of millennials. We have to go to Oban, or what's it? Obek.
Obek.
We have to go to Obek and with a knife, and we have to fight our way to the bar. We could not make it to the bar.
So no, we couldn't. But so
There were
here's the
too
thing.
many.
Is Voodoo Ranger in the chat still? Like I've developed a battle plan for the 2 days that they're in town.
Well, all right.
And it just depends on how much time you can get off.
I think that beer's higher.
No, you don't need any more. You're drunk.
I think that beer's higher than 8%.
You're drunk,
No, it's
Eric.
not. It's not that bad.
It's fine. We made it. This is the opportunity. So you've been setting up an elaborate menu for when they come into town?
Oh yeah.
All right, perfect. Oh, they're in a meeting, so they're also watching, like on their phone. Ha!
Wait. Oh no! Don't break your meeting. We were just talking about like the places we're gonna go.
Weizenbach has a very interesting idea. You could have the sweetness and the licorice. Is it food?
Yeah. Does Kiko realize we're drinking and he's bringing us food so we're sober for the?
Oh, it's cheese bread from Katana.
Thanks.
Well, Kiko's very nice. Now, what I would say is that something like a goza that has the sweet but also the licorice bite, but also has that salt, that might actually be kind of good. And it would give it a weird fantasy beverage type vibe, I think, too. Okay, Czech dark lager goza. These are winners. Do people put sulfur in beer? Not generally, but sulfur can be generated by the process of fermentation.
On purpose.
Yeah, black IPA also good. I mean, we started the show with a black IPA, but
Did.
I mean, my suspicion is you want to play. You want a golden one,
actually,
right?
The funny thing is, I just want like an ale, just like an amber ale in there, because that is
Something to pitch back, right?
pitch back, and that's something that is like you're going to get up to a tavern.
Well, an
and
ale.
when
this
you're
is
in
it.
with the,
all
when,
the D&D adventures.
well, not even that. It's just like when the legions go into a bar, you
Yeah.
know, they're getting ales, and I think that's
But the funny thing about it, right, is that like, especially when you first start playing D&D, you've never had beer.
What?
Certainly that was true
Oh,
for
yeah, yeah.
us.
Okay, yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
if you're 12 or whatever, and I don't mean like some of Dad's. I mean you have no idea what it is. Oh, have you never had this shit?
amazing.
This is dude. This is Katanda's cheese bread. It's like tapioca flour. They're I believe they're gluten free. Yeah, exactly, John B. I'm just saying that it can be the result of it.
Okay.
Well, Voodoo Ranger official, it should be said, I think that we have come up with something quite crazy here with today's beer. This is the Hatch wine. It is an 8% stout with some special roast in there ready to, I know, with some special roast, but it also has a foraged mushroom that when dried offers a maple syrup aroma and sweetness. It's pretty wild, but it actually worked. It completely worked. Yeah, it's something else. I know. Faison, a pleasure.
So,
Well, maybe.
when Voodoo Ranger comes into town, maybe Monday night we do. They haven't. Patrick hasn't gone to Stoop.
Well, we know what block to go to.
Right. Then he hasn't gone to the Jolly Roger. And you haven't been to Fair Isle. Fair Isle is a new brewery that is.
Where?
It's in Ballard, and it's it is a non-starter. You cannot miss this brewery.
Here, show me the map. Right here.
Salt and Straw, and then like Fair Isle.
No shit.
Yeah.
It's right on the corner in there by Taste of India.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Fair Isle. Even Voodoo knows Fair Isle is amazing. So we have to go to Fair Isle.
See, and Rara's also in too.
Yeah. Also, the second part of that night, or the second night, we do Fremont Brewing.
Yeah.
Then right down the road is Holy Mountain, which is a new brewery, and all they play is
Holy Mountain is down in Fremont?
Yeah, and they play metal all the time. Right?
No. I mean,
Name.
I love it. I've seen a lot of their stuff on tap.
Yeah.
And it's it's executed at such a high quality. I assumed it was from somewhere else.
And then we go to Browers after that.
Well, there you go for dinner. And like 100 taps. Hell yeah.
So I think those are the 2 nights. My only regret is I can't bring them down to Georgetown to Machine Works or Machine House Brewing.
Machine House is solid.
Yeah.
All right, so Czech dark lager. I mean, we got it dialed in. So I think this is actually going to work, and I can see him putting this down too, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. So is it guardrail time?
Totally.
All right. So typically we start with ABV. Now, if my suspicion is that a Czech dark lager is not, the ones that I've had have been great,
No,
and I've never noticed it.
We're only between 4.5 and 6. So I mean, this is something you're pounding. You're having multiple of. You're cheersing in the tavern type of thing.
Yeah, this is a mercenaries. This is in that mercenary range, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean,
I feel
exactly.
like,
So, Ghosto, you may be onto something there.
I feel like this is after the battle. You're just having tons and tons of.
But are you trying to wash something away, or are you celebrating?
I think you're celebrating
in
and
that
having many
in
of
that
them.
story. It's, you know, I'm getting something in the lower range, but in either case, no, CG, you know, it's fine. Yeah, I can't get enough of this.
It's really good.
You know, especially with darker beers, a lot of times, eventually, the bitter aspect, the bitter part of it is sort of accumulative, and then you're done and you want to switch to something else. This has the sweetness in that middle body from this crazy ass mushroom that makes this something that you can just continue with, which I think is quite rare for stouts.
But it's not the cloying sweet. where
No,
it's
no, it's not cloying.
it's like a
Exactly
deep,
right.
Robust, like heavy sweet.
Yes.
It's not. It doesn't.
Yeah, and
it doesn't get old.
It's a rich, syrupy, natural sweet, but it's balanced inside the cup.
It can hang pretty close with that one that we like, Jerry.
Which one?
Oh, the chestnut one?
Yeah.
Which one was that?
Yes,
It's
that's
got that same type of flavor tone.
yes.
Heaviness.
That is also very syrupy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was shocked by that. That's one of the best beers I have ever had. And when we go to, like, the kids love to go to Owajamaya. Like, we go to iDistrict all the time. I got to make grabbing a bottle of that part of that tradition.
You probably won't find it there, but maybe.
Pretty
I had
rare.
to order it.
Oh, did you end up special ordering those?
Yeah.
Oh.
Even the distributor's actually in Seattle, but I ordered it from them.
Wow. Yes, Railcrest. Now, Josh, you typically don't go to Oz.
I haven't in a long time, no.
Yeah, because, and the bummer about it, we should just try to figure out the way to do it that makes sense, because I have got the ramen hookup in this town.
Oh, really?
I have got the ramen hookup, and this ramen place serves only Japanese import ales.
Interesting.
It's in a basement where they are all like 24/7. They are just playing the Seven Samurai, and it's dipping ramen, so cold noodle, hot broth. Oh my gosh!
I don't know. So when my dad was in town, I brought him to Sushi Kashiba.
Oh yeah,
And we did the
was
omakase.
telling me about it.
Yeah, we did the omakase, and it was amazing. But all they had were Japanese ales for beers, and it was perfect with that sushi.
Man, well, yeah, Japanese brewing is off the fucking chain. Like, it's just the precision, right? It's just excellence.
Okay, so 4%.
Yeah, 4%, which I love. I think that's exactly right. I don't see him putting back one of these, you know?
So let's talk about our color. We're anywhere between 14 and 35 on this. So, I mean, kind of, you know, the world's our oyster when we want to figure this out. So
Exactly.
Is it the red of Sorce's hair that he's in love with? Or is it the blood of the battle that is dried that's 35, right?
Wow, that's a huge range.
Yeah, cool, isn't
So, where's the start?
it? 14 to 35.
Okay, perfect.
Oh, yeah, Blind Cleric, great idea too.
What's that?
Or is it Madmaltigan's hot-blooded babe?
8-Bit Workshop. Even the most simple, classic, like even in Asahi,
Yeah, Asahi is just great.
it's just perfect. I mean, that's the issue. It is just flawlessly executed.
So I went to Kazuki the other day
Yeah.
for ramen, and they're serving Tantan Men now. And I was like, oh my God, it's taking off. We're getting it at more places. It's not as good as Arashi, but still delicious.
I think
I
Arashi's
like acai, but having it on the tap in Japan,
Oh yeah,
holy shit, it was
Josh,
so good.
yeah.
so sweet,
Josh, anything
so crisp.
anything on tap is going to be better. It's just that's
It was crazy.
Yeah.
Like could not stop drinking it.
Really?
It was delicious.
that's awesome. Why don't we all plan a Japan trip one day?
No, Josh, did they serve it in small glasses?
Yeah, they were kind of like almost mini of the normal, like whatever.
Yeah, because
type of glass.
I've watched a lot of Japanese reality television, a lot of just Japanese programming in general. And it really seems like the beer, well, drinks in general seem like they're served in smaller vessels. And I wasn't sure if that was just something that was happening in the show. But yeah, Kirin is obviously excellent. But yeah, it doesn't surprise me at all, especially if it was like warm and you had great food coming in.
Oh yeah, it was with ramen.
How would
And
how would you
that
how
parallel.
could you possibly resist? How could you resist glass after it's so crisp and sweet. Oh my god.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's a ton of head in Japanese beer because it's made with rice. You know, a lot of it has rice in it, right? Voodoo. So,
They want the 24. They're looking for that. They're looking for that mid-range richness. It's I would say it's on the darker side of that red ale
okay.
vibe, right?
So, where do we want to go with the bitterness? And this is hilarious when we think about Madmaltigan.
yeah.
So on a Czech dark lager, the bitterness isn't going to be through the roof. It's 14 to 34, but I mean the higher end of that spectrum is he's a bitter bastard, but he's really, you know, it depends on what context you view him, what lens you view him through, right?
Oh, interesting.
And part of the story you view him through.
So, do you say 14 to 34? Yeah. Okay, so this is actually very similar to the SRM then?
18 to 34, same
18,
thing,
okay.
close enough.
Quite close, which is what I was indicating.
Rabiki, awesome. Thank you for gifting all those subs.
It just keeps happening.
Geez, what the hell did you and my dad not talk about? What the fuck? I am scared at the information you got out of him.
Listen, I have a couple unique skills, and one of them
Yes,
is extracting.
so do I, but you don't need
one
to
of
do
them
it
is
on my
extracting
dad.
maximum information from my quarry, which in this case was your dad. Yeah.
Well, he did generally like your company, so you know, there was that. There
He was
that.
he was super cool. I mean, the truth is that we just both done a lot of IT.
Yeah.
I mean, that's part of it. Like we both were in the trenches for sure. Yeah, Rex, it seems like it. Well, Rebecca, thank you so much. We also like the show. So, my query, which in the yeah, Goblin, listen. I mean, I'm a very, very practical person. You know, and I've known Eric for a long time, but There's a lot about the rest of the life that I didn't know.
He went to the source, and like my dad is a student of me, so he just kind of like drilled home.
He was giving me all the college info.
Oh yeah,
I'm like,
I told me, I'm like,
I've never even talked about it.
Told him about college.
Yeah, I have never even asked you about it because I wouldn't know. I didn't go, and it weren't for lack of trying. Let me tell you.
No.
I had that fantasy, and it could not go through. But have I ever told you that?
But what's really funny is like, no, you haven't. What?
Oh, here. Well, say your thing, because I promise I'll remember mine.
So, not that drunk, Jesus. I am, because I can't remember. No.
It's gone. It's gone already.
My dad, like, what my dad thinks is, like, what I think is embarrassing about my past, right? Like,
yeah, for sure.
He thinks is like noble and honor, and
exactly.
Like, he's like,
that's what I extracted.
And I'm like, you told him that
He thought it was
story, and I'm
cool.
like, I think that's embarrassing. He's like, no, that's awesome.
No, it didn't come across that way from him.
Yeah.
He was just like, basically what I got.
He's like, I'm very proud of him.
What I extracted from,
I'm very not
like,
proud of myself.
from the direct conversation that we had, what I extracted was that he was basically communicating to me that you had done something that would have been difficult for him, right? Yeah. And that's a big deal. That's a big deal, like coming from your dad for sure.
Anyways, what were you going to say now?
Well, no. So what I was going to say is that I wanted very badly to go to college. I mean, in this case, I was like, because I was working IT already, and I was like, it'd probably be safe for me just to get, you know, if not like a degree proper, but just some of the tech certifications, like to do Active Directory. I mean, at that time, right? Like the old school Microsoft, Novell Networks, this type of stuff. Just get some of those basic sysadmin techniques under my belt, get the certification so that I could indicate it. I mean, obviously I could do it, but the cert would help, right? And so I was making like $800 a month doing this technology certification stuff, or no, doing like consulting. Yeah. So it's like I would make $8 and then the consultancy would make $75.
Yeah, it's like this doesn't fucking equate right.
Exactly. And so I was like, well, maybe I could bridge the gap between those numbers if I had the cert. And what I found out when I went to the community college, they were like, well, you're making too much money. I'm like, I can't possibly be. This is $800.
Yeah, that's
like
not enough money.
Month. I promise you this is not a lot of money.
Nowhere near enough money.
I had like a Dodge Aries K car. Just maintaining this car was like $300 a month, and I'm not kidding you, right? And I was also doing mobile service, and so the gas costs were crazy, right? Because I wasn't a true employee. I didn't get mileage.
Yeah, totally.
And they were like, oh no, what you need to do is quit your job and move back in with your mom. And I was like, eh.
That doesn't seem like an upward trajectory.
Yeah, that's what I determined.
Yeah.
That's what I determined. All right, now, they're saying 18 and 26. They can't.
Oh!
They can't figure it out.
Thank you, Voodoo Ranger, for coming in and tipping that scale.
Oh, thank Christ. Now,
and
18.
I believe Voodoo Ranger is on the right when it comes to fighting against the evil that is Josh. And his scale tipping.
Yes, exactly. Well, here and that's basically it. Goblin Gnome is it. That's basically how it turned out. Where it's like, yeah, I would rather. Before I do this shit, like before I admit that these people are right, before I go in with any of this, I'll just invent a fucking industry. I will alter reality before I accept that this shit is the reality, right? I would just make a completely parallel reality. And now look at all the people I've managed to rope into this shit. Now,
this is why I got a lollipop the other day.
18.
Fucking sucker.
Yeah. Chop. Scale tipper, whoa.
Whoa.
All right.
Yeah.
Now.
Anyways, okay, so this is cool.
Gucci gang.
Where do we want to go with this? So let's talk about our base grains. For this, I think we do two things. One is going to be when we talk about a traditional Czech lager,
we know where that is.
Pilsner, right? That is a Pilsner malt that you start off with. That is
crisp.
Dry, clean, crisp.
Yep.
And God, this is going to tilt the fucking scale too much, but I want everybody to think about this more on a beer sense. But Golden Promise is the other one for his golden heart that always kind of shines through. So those are the, and then we can add some other base grains after this, which we will talk about. But I think those are the two that we start with.
Yeah, okay. But honestly, in a darker beer, in this dark Czech lager, it would be really great to hide that golden promise underneath the color.
Right. The Matson. Hello. This beer is fucking great.
Oh, times, listen, not to talk out of school, but this motherfucker sold his annual salary in 2 weeks. So, no.
It's actually doubled it. Sorry.
I mean, I'm being cool. You know what I mean? Okay. But no.
And I still have anxiety about it.
Yeah, so. Exactly.
That's how.
It's like, do you think I'm doing a good job? Yeah, man. Like, what's the metric? What's your metric that you have? Talp, great news. I don't know if Willow, the fantasy film, has made its way all the way to Scotland. But we are making a beer based on Madmaltigan.
Ooh, Voodoo went with one. This is fascinating. So they're going more with
the crisp.
Yeah, more with tradition over theme.
I love the idea that actual martial tradition would be hidden underneath the other one. I mean, in either case, we can't actually lose. I mean, they're both, obviously Pilsner is correct from a style perspective.
Right.
But man, this is going to be excellent. I mean, again, considering hatch wine.
I am fucking obsessed with this.
No, but just considering hatch wine as like a calibrator for the end-to-end brewing apparatus that we've described, that is part ingredients from micro homebrew. It's part knowledge on your part. It's execution on the part of the studio staff. Like, the pipeline works, right? So to pull something like a dark Czech lager out of this is going to be, that's going to be out of control. Pilsner malt.
Pilsner, okay, cool.
Yeah, Madmaltigan, a little bit crisp and not so sweet. I get it. Dry and crisp is the way he presents himself. Look, it totally works. If you pull a little bit of that syrupy sweetness out, we got a great base there.
Okay, so here's what's cool. Now we can say Vienna malt. We can do some more base malts in here. We don't have to, but we can.
I'll make sure they know.
Vienna malt. This is going to be sweet with gentle notes of honey, almond, and hazelnut. That's what you get.
Nutty, right?
That's what you're going to get from Vienna malt. Or we can do Munich, which is deeply malty and grainy.
Yeah, I would say Munich is almost a syrupy malt.
Yeah, or none. We just go on to some secondaries. We don't have to put either of these in here. It's just an option. So when we think of Madmaltigan, do any of these kind of resonate? Right? Is a gritty, syrupy malt him? Or is this where we put the sweet honey toasted almond inside?
Yeah, well, honestly, is that like the honeyed words?
Right. Remember when we got
a fucking player?
Yeah, but remember, the daikini dust that got thrown on him, right? Is this that part of the beer?
I'm telling you, like, for Brenna, that specific like romantic dynamic, like, that made a real impression on her as a young person. So part of the reason that I like it, aside from being fucking badass, and there's a cool guy with a skull helmet. What the fuck is wrong with that? Yes, this is what we're fucking talking about.
You want to know why I play Chaos in Age of Sigmar? It's because of General Kale. It all leads back to General Kale.
No, but so Brandon and I, like, we got like the same fever. Like, I have never had a fever like this in my life.
It is a sick movie. Whenever I get sick, I watch Willow, I watch Krull, and I watch the Mummy movies.
But this is what it was, dude. This is as sick as I have ever been, and we were both sick. She was like back home from college, and like I could not get out of bed. And so we were just like sick together, watching Willow, and we were like crying. We were just like, it was so sweet and like so tender, and like the Victors were so pure. It was just like, like
amazing.
It really got a hold of us.
That's great.
No, they want a little bit of that honeyed words in there. Let's give it to them.
Okay.
Kurgan also rules as a chaos inspiration for sure.
Who? The Kurgan?
The Kurgan.
Yeah, absolutely.
From Josh's favorite movie,
Now they're
Highlander.
now they're remaking the Highlander. Apparently, I'm like, why do you have to,
It needs it because that thing's a pile of trash.
Josh?
Well, it depends. I mean, listen.
It could be done well, but they didn't do it. They did a theater play with bad props.
No, listen. But what about when they get elevated by the electricity and they're like, "Roar."
They don't get elevated, Jerry. Have you not seen it? He stands there on the ground and goes, I'm having an orgasm, and that's it.
Well,
And there's some lightning.
maybe I
effects.
haven't seen it in a while. Well, I mean that.
No, you
I mean that.
probably
That
saw
sounds
a newer
correct.
One.
Yeah, maybe.
You're thinking of the upgraded ones, even though they're worse movies.
Yeah. Listen, I'll talk to Josh after the show.
Dude, we were making fun of him the entire time, every time he orgasmed with lightning.
The show is like the Highlander show is kick-ass.
Oh yeah.
Let it be known.
All of it was kick-ass.
Let it
Maybe
be
the
known.
second one wasn't so kick-ass.
Demetrius, you're gonna get in trouble.
Demetrius, do not fucking bring this shit up in front of me.
We're trying to be cool here. Now, Vienna. So we got it. But what's next?
Don't ruin the 80s for me, everyone. God damn it.
It was an incredible decade. Obviously, the cocaine was incredible.
Yeah.
Good things and they're bad things. That's a very bad thing.
Josh?
That's a turd. You know what else is a turd? Flight of the Navigator. That was very disappointing when I watched that again.
What?
Holy shit, it was so bad.
Fucking get How heavy is this?
God, it was the fucking
God damn it. I'm gonna
dumbest
fucking
shit.
throw this
I was
chair at you, you son of a
embarrassed
bitch.
when I showed it to someone. I was like, oh, what the fuck? I remember this being so great. No. No, it's the fucking worst.
What? What are
It's
you?
so embarrassing.
But
I can't.
I
do
watched
this
it as a
anymore.
youth. I watched it as a
can't
youth. It was a life-changing experience.
Yeah, I remember it being so great. And then don't watch it, Jerry.
You're saying no. But
Don't
the
watch it
ship,
again.
and then
Don't show it to
no,
your
dude.
kids.
Oh no, this was my fear. I was actually thinking about this last week.
They'll make fun of you.
Is the Pee Wee Herman part too much?
It's bad. It's just not funny. I remember it being funny, and it's not. It's really fucking dumb.
I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna fucking lose it.
Don't do it.
Yeah, if anybody says anything about The Last Starfighter, we're fucking shutting the stream
No,
down.
that movie's amazing.
That
That's
got
a
you?
quality movie.
Have you seen it recently?
Not that long ago.
And it's still cool. Okay, because obviously,
It's a good
obviously, the
movie.
Death Blossom is very powerful technique.
The story's not dumb.
But it's pretty meta for a movie from the period too.
Yeah, it's very, war games.
And I mean,
Oh, yeah,
Mike Mike says "we die" all the time, but he also makes the sound effect. He goes, like he even does he makes the sound effect for the eye thing. Oh yeah, you gotta say it all the time. Now, so what's next up?
So, do we want to go dark with our caramel malts?
Ooh,
Or
that's
do
true.
we
But
wanna
there's
go-
multiple ways to get there to the darkness, right?
To the darkness? Yeah.
Just listen to the rhythm of my
Or
heart.
do we want to go more roasty?
Yeah.
That's the question.
So let's just give them two choices and do it at once.
Yeah. So we'll do a caramel 120.
Yep. And that's pretty good. In fact, I wanted to try that.
Or a roasted barley.
Caramel 120. God, I've never even had caramel 120 as a
Yeah,
grain.
put it out.
And roasted barley. Mm-hmm. Here.
Why you
Oh my
compare that to
God.
a caramel of a different number?
I will. It's in there, but it has that dark roast character.
Do you still get the sweetness?
Underneath, it's that hard wheat. The hard wheat sweetness is right in there, but it has that roast character as well. Man, that's cool.
Wait till you try this against
So the
that
roasted barley is going to be more of a direct coffee analog, right?
Yeah.
Oh, like a nutty coffee though. Oh, man, those are really good.
Oh, wait. Hold on. You're shitting on all their movies and you're saying Legend is amazing?
The Legend is amazing.
I think Legend is amazing. I think Legend is amazing too. But that's your fucking
good.
bar?
Yeah, fucking look at Highlander, the fucking shitty theater play, and look at how good Legend looks. Same period.
Here.
Legend looks fucking amazing.
You come over. Listen. You come over to my house.
Tim Curry, the devil.
I'm not arguing
never
it.
seen
Josh, I'm not
anything
arguing Legend. I love it. I fucking love Legend.
I'm just saying, you can't say both of these things are amazing because they're not. One is, and one is like, oh, wow. I thought that was better, but no. It's really bad.
All right. Oh,
one is an amazing movie, and one is playing with your G.I. Joes.
Is that bad? Wow. I couldn't have him. Honestly, like even as a 46-year-old man, to this day, like my mom, Blue Mask in the channel, I was not allowed to have G.I. Joes.
Why G.I. Joes? That's not like a devil thing, right?
I know, I agree that it's not a devil thing. I mean, that was sort of like why I couldn't have certain other types of things.
Mom, I agree with you. Lou from Constantine was one of the best interpretations of the devil on screen that I have seen.
Pretty good.
Yeah. But that's could be because I'm a huge Constantine.
Oh, in my house, Crest Iceberg. Thank you so much.
So wait, why G.I. Joe though?
Because she was afraid that my sister would eat their accessories.
Oh, it wasn't like any kind of like other story aspect.
But it's like when I project myself back in there, when I think about it, is that really that bad? You know?
I mean, is anything.
Yeah. Like, I would have a fun toy. Mm-hmm. Did it make the house an objectively more dangerous place?
Not really.
For my sister.
There were worse toys out there.
And honestly,
Easy bake ovens, jarts.
But if
like fucking, are you kidding me?
I'm just saying, like, if my sister was going to eat these things and die,
they did have very small parts. Their guns were.
I mean, what was the ratio of death to fun? Honestly.
Well, for me, a lot more fun than death.
Fun, yeah.
I mean, really, it would have been more painful than death.
Yeah, it would have been more of just a hard passing.
Yeah. Caramel 120. They have gotten to the darkness with a very, very good choice. I love that it has the dark color, but they keep putting the sweet. They keep putting that golden sweet character.
What SRM
underneath.
were we going for? 18, right?
Nothing would bring me more pleasure than to reveal that SRM 24
Oh, perfect.
is the CERN.
And our ABV?
4.
Okay.
Yeah, basically, Talp. Yeah, I mean, you have to understand. Like, fun toys for me, huge plus. The truth is, if my sister saw any of this, she would think it was very funny. My sister's like a million times tougher than me. I'm like my mom, and my sister is like my dad. She is the tough one out of the two of us, I guarantee you. Well, Joy Punk, listen. That's... Some believe this. Some believe this. Now, so what's next?
What do we want for hops?
I was going to say, so we got a great build here going so far.
What hops do you feel? What flavor of hops
what
does Madmaltigan?
What hop ends up there? And the ABV, or not the ABV, but the IBU is 18, so it's not a huge part, but it's worth noting.
Big Trouble in Little China is fucking amazing.
Great movie.
I have not seen it.
What?
Oh man,
tell you, that's
it's
just
crazy. You would love it.
That's just.
The effects on the bad guys is really
the thing. Now, Brett Messy, The Thing I have seen, and it is very fucking good. The Thing is so good.
Big Trouble in Little China is basically a movie where the sidekick thinks he's the main character.
What a great hook.
Right?
Really? That's authentically a part of the story? Wow.
He is not the protagonist.
Dude, that's awesome.
He pretty much immediately becomes the protagonist. It's wishy-washy.
Wang is the protagonist.
Not really. He's there.
Iceberg is like, gonna need to do another punishment beer. All right, now, but we do need tender hop options.
So is it fruity? Is it citrusy, tobacco-y, piney? When we think of Madmaltigan, what do we think of as a hop?
Is there a hop to give a licorice flavor? Now there are definitely earthy. Yeah, I was going to say Joby Wan Kenobi. Tet. I think Tet would be a really cool choice because we've extracted really neat herbal and spice character out of that.
Columbus has a licorice flavor.
Okay, Columbus is good.
There's a Mount Rainier hop. Huh.
Is there? It must be. It's got to be recent, right?
Yeah.
Ooh. Zeus is too cool.
Black pepper curry and very pungent. Pungent, black pepper, licorice, and curry.
That, and also you have the divinity in there.
Tomahawk, which is black pepper, licorice, curry, and subtle spices. And Columbus is the classic. Earthy, licorice, spicy, citrusy.
Columbus?
Yep.
Yeah, I really like. Here we go. I really like herbal spice notes in hops. That's my thing. Hey, now Josh, can you mute my microphone?
Yeah.
There's literally 4 minutes left, and you got to run. Okay.
Well,
So let's talk about our.
The alternative is I would drench you.
Well,
Right?
that's not what we want. No, I'm good.
Violation.
So as we're thinking about this, we got to think about some cool yeast as well. Actually, let's look at lager yeasts. Ooh, who's winning? Is this okay? So Columbus is kind of winning out. I mean, Columbus is traditional, and it's almost synonymous with Tomahawk, but it'll definitely do the trick. I thought more people would go for Zeus. We've never used it. I don't even know if we can get it, but we'll damn near try.
I think it's that earthy that must have carried it.
That kind of carried it away. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense, right? Like, especially with the
essentially
character.
The same, except that one's got the earthy and Tomahawk's got subtle spice. That's got the different flavor.
Best in Life is brewing on Tuesdays and then wargaming after. And crushing Kiko's army into the ground. And hearing the lamentation of his dice. Close enough, Chainsaw. It was close enough. I just wanted to give it a little Kiko boost. Yeah. I don't appreciate any Army Kiko plays. I don't appreciate because they always have these janky ass rules that come into play, where it's like, oh, like it's just ghost shit with his night haunts. Sure, okay, it's ghost shit. Okay, I'll take it at face value.
I think it's really scary.
No, it's fucking frightening. The motherfucker doesn't. He's like, oh, a wall? Fuck that. I don't care. Oh, you're renting me? Not a big deal, because you can't.
Because the whole army we would build, the whole army we would set up, would be assuming that the rules exist.
Yeah, and they don't for night haunts.
Nope.
At all.
No. Because Kiko is immoral.
Okay, so I'm guessing we're going with Columbus.
Colombo. Earthy, spicy
actually
licorice.
really like
It's going to be an incredible combo with the rest of that. This is going to be another winner. Like, I guarantee, just looking at the list, we're on to something here.
What was our IBU?
The Ibu? Mm-hmm. A mere 18, sir. So maybe 2 grains of Columbus.
Pretty much. Okay, and we're going to add a yeast now. So, Hermity Frog here, coming to you live from East Central. First, we're going to do the classic Czech Pilsner lager. This is going to be dry but malty in flavor.
Yeah, exactly. So dry but malty. This is
this
literally the measuring stick.
This is interesting because this is, we can do a Danish lager, which is going to accentuate the hop profile on this.
Oh, so elevate the hop.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I'm not sure I've ever seen that in a yeast description.
I think those are the two that we go with.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Okay. Take a look at that. Add anise or licorice, add anise directly. I mean, it's not crazy. There's a couple different ways that we could get that back. Fennel bulb obviously would work. Wort, Grand Filasian wort is absolutely a beer term. Wort is what we call the malt. In fact, Jorash, can you show him the pico real quick? So all this stuff that you see above the grain bed here, that liquid, that is essentially a kind of strong tea that we extract from grains. Before we add yeast to it, and before we get its transformation into beer, we call that wort, right? So wort is just the extracted, wheat liquor essentially.
Wort Hammer 40K.
CG, this is criminal, and you know that it's wrong. Dude, they want to come in with the Danish lager.
I think it's cool.
I'm way down to clown. I think it's great. Oh, CG, this is more wickedness from you. Now, straight to wort jail. Oh, now, so that's the stuff right there. I mean, I think we got something very, very good with the Danish lager.
Yep. What are we going to call this thing?
That is the main key. So what are we thinking? Hop it was worded. Rex, don't support this. CG, listen, it's fine when I do it. That's what you have to understand. It's Madmaltigan.
Madmaltigan? Wow.
Crow cage, oof. That's honestly kick-ass.
Yeah.
Made malt again.
Awesome. Baby's black root.
Oh yeah, but honestly, just black root.
Yeah.
Good malt again. You already got one, SA. You already got one, all right? Ease up.
You gotta top the Madmaltigan.
Wart's leg, nerd. Ooh.
I give you my wart of honor.
There is a super cool Val Kilmer documentary out
It's
there.
amazing. Actually, it was really,
It was
really good.
genuinely
Yeah.
moving.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I think Josh is in like the 80s in general.
Just because I don't like your bad movies.
Yeah. Whoa. See, this is the thing about Josh, dude. He can't help it.
Yeah.
He lashes out. He lashes out to the ones who love him the most. You know
Al
what I mean?
Kilmer? Holy shit, Chainsaw. Oh, Moons and Stars, good.
Ooh. Yeah, that really,
We're all pigs. Oh, shit.
that really got a hold of Brenna.
Yeah. Wait, Nevermore. Are you saying Josh Needs a Hug is the name of the beer?
All right, now take a look at this, because we got to convert this unassuming studio into a realm of darkest night for a tremendous battle between the Stormcast Eternals and the Night Haunt.
Agreed. We could make a Josh beer, but it would be sour. Damn, Taup.
There's a lot of cruelty in here, a lot of
Wow.
anti-Josh speech.
Yeah.
It's hurtful.
Al Kilmer would be good. Yeah.
Technically, it's a lager. Yeah, that's the thing, Joey One. It's like sometimes you just have to let the spirit move you. Oh, yeah, Nevermore. I know. I know where the. I know the energy. I can detect it.
I've only been speaking truths. And that's
This thing is I like sour.
can't take
Yes,
it. Doesn't
some
mean it's not
do.
the truth.
Some do like sour, Sneakman. Some wicked men.
Yeah. Fiends. Madmaltigan.
Maltigan.
Fantastic. Oh,
We did it. All right, now, Gathered Throng. I did Nevermore. I sang some Danzig Mother to the grains. Yeah, so Ithwin, let me see if I can hook that up over the weekend for sure. Honestly, Bobleg, the very first beer that we ever made on this show, this is like 3 years now, was called War Priest.
You need to look at the back of my shirt.
And it's a black IPA. 2017, really?
This is show 161.
5 years? Jesus.
I'm going off the shirt. So,
Jesus. Well, listen, in any case, Gathered Throng, thanks for riding this out with us for sure. But I was just going to say, Eye of Ra is coming in. It tastes delicious. Got my version on tap now. Absolutely.
Of what?
War Priest.
Oh, yeah.
War Priest is really, really good. And I know this, and it's not just us, because when we brought it to that SEA event,
yeah, we ran out of it.
people were coming from other camps because they had heard about it.
Yeah.
It is really, really nice. Well, hey, we're going to reconfigure this, unassuming realm here, this quotidian studio, into a place of darkest battle, and then we'll be right back on to see you again. Night Haunts versus Stormcast. Don't go nowhere. We're right back.